So, today we shall be looking at the Tecno Camon 19, aka the Camon 19 Vanilla, aka the best edition, as it is the lowest of the Camon 19 series, with both the Camon 19 Pro and Pro 5G way higher in specs and of course price, as this goes for 112,500 Naira or about $180 for the 4GB variant, and about 125,000 Naira, which is about $205 for the 6GB variant. Now let's jump right into the unboxing to check out its contents before we get into the specs and a quick review. Upon opening the box, you are greeted with the phone encased in a plastic wrap with its name and specs detailed on the front. There is a 12+1 month warranty card, a soft textured plastic case, earphones, a USB Type-C charging cable, and an 18 watts fast charger with a SIM ejector tool as well. Now, for its build quality and design, I believe Tecno was trying to achieve a balance of making the lesser version of the Camon series an eye-catcher as its specs don't meet up with the others, and I must say it is a double-edged sword. I mean, it's the most beautiful of the Camon series, at least to me. So, how many people will sacrifice specs for looks? I believe these looks with the Pro version would have made for a higher selling device. Now, this device is absolutely attractive and intriguing. It comes in three colors: the Echo Black, the Digital Green, and the Sea Salt White, which is the one I have here. I am not sure who is responsible for naming these Tecno devices with such bogus names for color descriptions, but we don't mind, do we? The Sea Salt White is really an interesting color on this device, as a play of light will reveal a beautiful gradient blend of colors on the back of the device. The Camon 19 has a smudge and fingerprint resistant matte finish with the new signature glitter spotted, or with 200 million stars as Tecno says. I absolutely love the fact that this device is shining and yet you can't spot a single fingerprint on it. I find myself constantly applauding Tecno with every new device, as they constantly do at least one thing right. The device is made of a high-grade plastic with the Tecno Camon crested on the back, but mostly visible when light hits at the right angle. At the rear of the device is a 3.5mm headphone jack, a microphone, a USB 2.0 Type-C charging port, and the downwards firing speaker grille. On the top of the device is a second mic and an external speaker just for calls, as this is to accommodate the 0.98mm slimmest bezel. On the right side of the device is the volume rocker keys and the power button, which also serves as the fingerprint scanner. The left side of the device has only the SIM card tray, which takes a dual SIM setup and a micro SD card, and at the back of the device a triple camera setup with a dual ring design. The Tecno Camon 19 has a 6.8-inch Full HD high gamut LCD display. Now note that for its price range, an LCD display can be tolerated as compared to its higher counterpart, the Camon 19 Pro 5G, which should have definitely been an AMOLED display. Now, the Camon 19 has a punch hole camera at the top of the display for selfies. It has a resolution of 1080 by 2460 with a pixel density of 395 pixels and a 60Hz refresh rate, which for the most part makes for an enjoyable video and media consumption experience. However, the low refresh rate might be a turn-off for most users, as above-average consumers would surely notice the slight lag in scrolling. The Tecno Camon 19 is powered by a MediaTek Helio G85 CPU, which has a 12nm processor with 4GB of RAM, and the main fusion technology allowing for an additional 3GB of RAM with 128GB of storage. The device runs on Android 12 with an iOS 8.6 custom software. The Camon 19 handles simple everyday tasks pretty well. On the test I conducted, it has a score of 210,957 on the Antutu benchmark, and a score of 362 single-core and 1,247 multi-core score on the Geek benchmark. With these results, this device is definitely not for heavy gamers and above-average users, but with reduced graphics settings can handle high graphic demand games quite decently, as I did play Call of Duty without missing much of the reduced details. But I must stress, I am not a heavy gamer. General performance of the Camon 19 is okay, with day-to-day activities like surfing the internet, social media, YouTube, and light gaming. The notification center is accessed from the top left of the device and setting panel from the top right. As for bloatware, it seems to be a given these days in Tecno devices, and yes, with some dedicated time, you can uninstall most of them for a better user experience. Now for the camera, the Camon 19 has a 64 megapixel main camera with a focal length of 1.7, a 2 megapixel depth camera with a focal length of 2.4 and a 2mm wide-angle AI camera at the back. It shoots videos at 1080p 30 frames per second, includes an HDR mode and panorama with a quad LED flashlight. The selfie camera has a 16 megapixel wide lens with a focal length of 2.0 and shoots video at 1080p 30 frames per second. The camera quality for both photos and video is decent, but a quite noticeable reduction in quality and performance compared to the higher spec Camon 19 Pro versions. If an amazing camera on a device is important to you as it is to me, maybe add the extra box and get the Pro version. Otherwise, this will do just fine. If you have a background in photography or at least an understanding of lighting and angles, you can pull off some really amazing photos and videos as well. The optical image stabilization is absent in this version, sadly, so a tripod or gimbal will come in handy for videos. Now for battery, the Camon 19 has a 5000 mAh batteries, and not to sound repetitive, but it can conveniently last a full day, which is great for content creators and average users. Pretty slow charging this device to max, but of course, once you get it to that 100% sweet spot, you can get the best out of it. Now, in conclusion, the Camon 19 leaves me at the crossroad as it is pretty much a Spark 9 Pro in a Camon's body. Now, I really love the Spark 9 Pro, and if you have not seen my video on it, links in the description below or hit the link above to check it out. Back to the Camon, I am addicted to the gorgeous look on the Camon 19, which leaves me conflicted. I guess the major difference between the two is in its looks, so you decide if the extra buck for the Camon 19 is worth it or if the Spark 9 Pro meets your needs. Now, in comparison to its higher spec counterparts, the Camon 19 Pro 5G, it is nothing to write home about. And if you can afford the Pro version, I strongly recommend you don't get this device, as the improved performance and specs on the Pro 5G is definitely worth the extra bucks. Links in the description below or hit the link above to see my video on the Camon 19 Pro 5G. Thank you for watching this far, and please don't forget to hit the like button as it helps the YouTube algorithm further show this video to more people. And if you enjoy my content, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button and turn on the notification to get alerts when I drop new videos, as I look to build a community of tech lovers. Do drop comments on your thoughts about the Camon 19 and share any topics you would love to watch in the comment section below. Till we see again, bye bye.